Hi, it's me, Nikki. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. So today's video is going to be a little different. In fact, it is inspired by Chaotic Mom. Her link is going to be listed in the description area, guys. Y'all should really check her out. She does DIYs, she cooks, she cleans, and she makes amazing journals and puts them up for sale. She even sends out journal kits, and she sent me a small journal kit, which, oh my god, I was so happy. You know how when you're having a really tough day or week or months and a special gift like that, it just really brightened up my day, put a huge smile on my face. And she sent me all these cute things. You see the pineapple, all these stickers, things you can attach to the journal. Like I said, she also sells kits, bigger kits. Just take a look at her page and check it out, watch some videos, go support her. She is amazing, and I have been hooked on her videos ever since I found her on YouTube. So today I am just gonna mess around with some stuff. I also got some stickers from Dollar Tree, and I ordered that big packet from Amazon, but it looks like those are gonna be a little too big for the journal. So I'm gonna save that for a bigger journal that I'm gonna do later on. So like I said, this isn't going to be a DIY. I'm not going to explain how to do things. It's actually my first time making a journal like this, although I have always had journals written in them. Even when I was pregnant, I used to make journals and write letters to my kids, and I would write what shows I was watching, what was popular, how the weather was like, where my husband was working, how much he was making, and how we spent our days, so that they can see when they grow up and their mothers, they can see how it was for us and how we made it through. So I've always been a journal fanatic. I have just never decorated a journal, like ever. I would just write and write. So this is my first time, and I'm pretty excited. You need to check her out because she knows how to really decorate journals. Chaotic Mom is the one who really knows how to decorate journals. So I'm just gonna try a little something. This is a small one, which I love because I can put it in my purse and just write. I'm gonna write it in every day. So I'm doing a month of July, and all of July didn't fit, but it's okay. I did as much as I could, and I'm gonna write in this every day. Ever since my brother passed away, my health, my mental, just me mentally, everything has been so out of whack. I was so close to him, and I miss him tremendously. But it really affected me, and it made the panic attacks come back. I hadn't had panic attacks in a minute, and now they're back. I've been struggling with anxiety, and I've been having flare-ups from, you know, some other health problems that I have that I really don't want to get into. But anxiety is just ruining my body, and it's just sad because I know I have to move on, and it hurts to move on, but I have to for my body. Like I have to get back to where I was. I had lost 50 pounds last year. I was so strong. My blood sugars were doing great. I was doing great, and this happened, and it's like a total, I don't know, like a total U-turn just happened, and it's just everything got flipped upside down. I'm trying to find my way back. So I think this journal is really going to help me because I haven't even written in a journal in a long time, and I just want to find a place to put my thoughts, how my day was, because I know I'm going to get through this. God has pulled me out of so many hardships in the past. He's always been there for me, and I want to document things, and when I'm having a bad day, because like I said, I know I'm going to get through this. I want to go back and, you know, just be thankful to God and remember what he pulled me out of and how the journey was, because I know that our testimony is not just for ourselves, it's to help other people. And sometimes you're living life and you're just going through it, and you just forget certain things. And I know this journal is going to help me. I'm going to have everything written down so that I don't forget, and so I can always be grateful, thankful for God's grace, his love, and his mercy. So I'm excited to start this, and I'm excited to decorate it. I didn't have a game plan on how I was going to do this. I just basically just got stickers and stuck them in there. But I don't know. This year just has been so different than what I thought it was going to be. I seriously thought that by now I would have had for some of you that know me here in Lubbock, know that I had a meal prep thing that I was trying to do, trying to start a business doing that. I honestly thought 2019 that's what I would be doing. I would have my own little space, and that I would be doing that and continuing in my health journey, getting healthier, and possibly, get to a goal weight that I was trying to get to for 2019. But instead, if you saw my last Chit Chat, I think it was back in February, where I was telling you that I gained weight. And I think I said I gained, I think I was 210 back in February. Now I'm 215, maybe bigger. I gained even more weight since my last Chit Chat. And I don't know, I'm just not gonna focus on the weight right now, although it's bad. I'm 5'2", and I'm weighing at 215. That's not healthy at all, and it's just messing me up just all over. But it's not the end of the world, although some days it feels like everything is crumbling down, and I even get afraid for the next day. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I barely made it through today, and I just tell God, tomorrow has to be better. I need some type of breakthrough. Even if I get one good day out of the week, I'll be so thankful, because that one day gave me the rest that I needed. So last week I actually had a very good week, and this week's been a little harder. I don't know why, but it's been high in anxiety, and I'm just trying to learn to just breathe, take a step back. And what's really messing me up too is just sitting around thinking. So I try to keep busy. So for some of you that are like, wow, you're really posting a lot of videos, I pour myself into something so I won't be sitting here thinking and panicking and developing more anxiety just by thinking. So I've been doing DIYs. They have been so relaxing to me, and I get excited because I'm decorating the house. And for that moment of just doing the video and doing my DIY, I'm not thinking of anything else but my project, and I find peace in that. So that's why I've been doing a lot of DIYs, and I don't know, to me it's just really been helping me. And I'm posting everything on YouTube because it gives me joy. I'm meeting great people, and also I shouldn't think like this, but I know one day I will be gone, die, and I want my kids to see the recipes that I made. I wish that my mom, my grandmother who adopted me, I wish that she would have had videos so I could have made her exact same recipes for the days that I just want to reminisce and I feel like eating mom's good old cooking. I wish I could have had one of her recipes. So to me, I feel like YouTube is doing that for me, for my kids and my grandkids. Hopefully, of course, YouTube will still be around and they can just go back and see what mom or grandma made. I don't know, that's just how I see things. But I'm just giving a little bit of myself in my YouTube to pass it on to my kids or whoever may need to hear a word of encouragement or a good recipe, so I don't know, that's what YouTube means to me. And at this time in my life, it's really hard. I didn't expect it to be this hard. I knew it was going to be hard to lose my brother because he was sick, and we knew he was ready, and I thought I was preparing myself. Funny thing is, you can't prepare yourself. You just can't. It's crazy, but I don't know, it's really taking a toll on my body, and I don't take death very good. I don't know, I guess I just really let it affect me, and I'm trying to grow out of this. I don't want it to affect me this bad because it takes away from me. It takes away from my children and my husband on what I can bring to them, because I'm falling apart and I'm not doing a great job. But I am happy to say that I do have more better days than bad days now. And if I do have a bad day, which Monday was really bad, I don't know what was going on that day, but I just tell God, well, I'm thankful for the week I had before, or I'm thankful for yesterday. Yes, I had one bad day, but it doesn't triumph the good days that I had. And if I have a really bad week, then I thank God for the one good day that I had. I just try to find the positive in everything, and just believe and have faith that this is going to pass, and I am going to learn from this and maybe help someone else when they go through it. I can know how they feel. And it's hard because a lot of people don't experience panic attacks or anxiety, or don't have the type of illnesses that I have. And talking to someone about anxiety who's never had a panic attack, they're like, don't understand, and it's not their fault. I used to get frustrated, but I'm like, how can they understand? They couldn't possibly understand. But I'm starting to meet more people who actually struggle with it. The thing is, I didn't know they struggled with it because it's embarrassing to admit that if you have a panic disorder that led to codependency, like you don't want to be alone because you get anxiety, or you don't want to go to the store because you get anxiety, or you don't want to leave the house because you get anxiety. It's embarrassing to admit that. I get made fun of, it is true. I get made fun of so much because I do struggle with agoraphobia. And if you don't know what that means, it means you have trouble leaving the houses. You don't like being in traffic, long lines, big open spaces. It kind of just like freaks you out, and it's horrible. But when you talk about it, people are like, I don't understand. Why can't you just do this? And I'm so done trying to explain it that I just shut down, and I'd rather hide instead of talk to somebody, because I just want somebody to understand without me having to go too deep into it, because I don't like it. It's like I'm reliving it all over again. I don't know. I guess that's why I'm hiding, I guess. I don't know. But if you are watching this and you do struggle with anxiety, I know what you're going through, and I'm so sorry you're going through that. And I pray that you have a breakthrough, and that you find your way through this storm, and you just don't lose faith, and you don't quit trying to get better, and you don't quit. Just basically, you won't quit. Don't quit. You are loved even when people don't understand you. You mean something. You are worth something. You're beautiful. Just remember all the things that God says you are. You're His masterpiece. You are the apple of His eye. You are pretty amazing. We are all pretty amazing. Out of all the creations that He made on this world, He calls us His masterpiece. So that's just amazing to me, and that's why I love Him so much. But I just want to encourage you to don't stop. I have to be my own cheerleader as well. My husband tries. He tries all the time. He prays for me every night, every morning. I feel his hand on my head as he's praying over me when he goes to work. And I'm just thankful for that, because just one person praying over you means so much. Be thankful when someone prays for you. They took time out of their day. They put you in their heart to remember you when they came before God in their own quiet time. So be so thankful and grateful, and repay it. When you're in your prayer time, pray for people who are hurting. Even when you don't understand them, just pray for them, because prayer changes things. It moves things. It's amazing. It's something so amazing that God created for us to do, so we can be close to Him and we can see things happen. So positive is a huge must if you want to try and make things change, because negative thinking is not going to make anything change. If anything, you're going to dwell on how horrible your days have been. You start to judge yourself. You start to sometimes hate yourself, hate being the way you are or the things that you go through, and you start to have a negative outlook on yourself. And I remember there was days I used to look in the mirror and hate what I saw, and I would tell it. I would talk to my reflection and I would say, I hate you. I hate what you've become. I hate everything about you. You're ugly. What happened to you? And I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I have to love myself, because I am tearing myself down and I'm losing hope. And I can't lose hope, because once you lose hope, you lose faith, and it's just worse after that. So I just started reading the Bible, and when I couldn't read, I would listen to praise music and just meditate on the good words and just let that music be in my house and fill my house day after day, until one day I was like singing along with it, you know. And then I'd look in the mirror and change the words. Even though I didn't feel it, I'd say, you're beautiful, you're healthy, you don't have any problems. And I would speak the opposite of what I was speaking before. I would just speak life to myself. And I didn't believe it at first, but I exercised it. I exercised positive thinking, positive talking, even though I didn't believe it, or I really wasn't feeling it. And then I just kept doing it and doing it until one day I did believe it and I did feel it. And that's what I always come back to, and that's what I always remember whenever I'm getting low on myself like this. So just trying to always be thankful, because I do love my family and I love myself and I love God. And just because I'm going through a bad period, and it might be a longer storm than what I was hoping for, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have to stay positive. And funny thing is, when I ran into Chaotic Mom's YouTube, I saw her making these journals, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I commented on one of her videos. I was like, I need to make one of these. I just never got around to it. Like I just didn't do it. And I would see her, doing them, posting videos on them, and I didn't do it. I was like, I need to order stuff, I need to get this, I need to get that, and I kind of just didn't know. Like, I know it sounds crazy because it's simple, you just get your notebook and do it, but I just felt like it was impossible. I just knew I wanted to do it. So when she sent it to me, I knew God had something to do with that. Like, I knew it, because he knew my heart. He knew I'd been wanting to start a journal, and I just wasn't getting around to it. And then when I got that gift in the mail, I was so happy. My husband was like, man, I haven't seen you this happy in a long time. Like, I cried, and I was like, that was God, Oh my gosh, I want to cry now, but that was God, because he knew that I wanted to start it. And journals, you pour yourself into there, and they're so important. Like I said, I've been doing journals since I was a teenager, and then when I became a mom, I did journals for my kids. I write letters to my husband, and I ask him to write me letters, because he's not really a writer. He's more, his love language is more what he does for me, but my love language is writing. And I like to get letters, so I do ask him to write me a letter once a year, and he does, and they mean so much to me. When I'm down, I'll go back and open it and read it. So writing and journals and letters have always meant so much to me. In this journal, I did put like a pocket so that I can write myself letters, and then I'll just put them in that pocket, and I can go back and read them. And I just want to pour myself in here and talk about how I feel and things that I can do to change it, things that I tried, so that maybe one day, you never know, maybe one day I'll just give this journal to somebody, maybe my kids, maybe somebody I don't even know who's going through a hard time, and they can look at it and see the hard days that I had and maybe get something from it. I'll put some scriptures in there, so whoever gets it next can read up, look them up, and see what scriptures were helping me at that time. It's funny and amazing how things come together sometimes from the most unusual places, or I don't know, you just never expected it to come out of there, Help comes from the most special places sometimes, and it's just evidence of God working, especially when it comes from a place you would have never expected it to. You're like, wow, when I didn't see a way with the things around me or the people around me, you sent someone I have never met in my life. And you still found a way to bless me. Like, that's how amazing God's love is. That's how amazing He is. You just never know. And when those things happen, it's like your hope and your faith gets even stronger, because you're like, I don't know how, I don't know when, and I don't know with who or what, when, where, how, but I know He will. And I just love Him for that. And I do go through stages where I'm like, God, why? I question Him. I get mad at Him. I'm like, I need help, or make this change. But I know I need to grow from it. There's something I had to learn. And it's the hardest things I've gone through that made me even stronger and changed me, just transformed me into the person that I'm becoming. And through all this pain, hurt, sadness, depression, anxiety, that's why I don't like drama. You know, I don't like to be around anger, hatred, people talking down on each other, because you know what? You don't know what somebody's going through. And we're going through enough as people to just make each day count, you know, for we can benefit from it in mind, health, you know, whatever. For us to tear each other down, it's unnecessary. I'm not perfect. I do mess up. But I don't like it. I'm not setting out my day to be rude to somebody or show you that I can outdo you or beat you up, or, you know, just mentalities like that. I don't like it. I don't know. I guess when you struggle with certain health issues and you don't have a lot of good days, you're thankful for the good days you have, and you don't want to mix it up with negativity. You don't want to have anger and hatred towards someone. Even though people do make me mad, I take it to God right away, and I'm like, take this anger from me, because if I hold on to it, it's going to make me sick, like physically, mentally. I don't want it. Show me how to fix this situation with a good heart, for me to see it differently, for me to view this person differently, and just show me how to love the unlovable, because that's what we are sometimes. We mess up so much and you think you're unworthy, and God loves everybody, and I want to love like Him. And I always tell Him, pour into me so I can pour that out into people. And I don't know, it just helps me grow spiritually and mentally, and just as a person. I just don't like so much. I just don't like negativity, and I don't like the drama. So that's why I feel sometimes it's better to just be in my own little bubble. Although I can't live in this little bubble forever. You got to talk to people. You got to share your story. You got to help people. But I do choose who I tell my, I guess, what I share my sad stories with, or who I confide in. I don't share my marriage with anybody. I take that straight to God. I mean, I will tell a girlfriend, like, oh, you know, something small, but anything, you know, that's just, certain things are off limits. I don't share anything with anybody when it comes to that. There's only one that I will, and that's God. That's Jesus, and He's the only one who's going to be able to help me through it. But I don't know. I'm just always just trying to work on myself, and that's all I can do. Even when things feel like they're falling apart, that's all I can do. And then God shows His way. He shows Himself, and I'm just thankful for it every single time. So I don't know, I just haven't had a chit chat with y'all guys in a long time, and I know I don't have a big following, and that's okay. Somebody is gonna be needing encouragement or understanding what they're going through, and maybe my story matches theirs, and God will send them to this video. So if that's you, I want to tell you that you are loved, and God hasn't forgot about you. And every tear you cry, He has them. They mean so much to Him. Your cries, your prayers, your thoughts are with Him. So don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Even if you're having a really, really bad day and you just don't know how you're going to make it, you are going to make it. You're going to make it. and you may not even know how or where help will come from, but know that it's coming because he hears you, he loves you, and he's the best dad in the whole world. And he's not gonna fail you. Man will fail you, but he will never fail you because he never changes. He's the same yesterday, today, tomorrow. He is always a loving God, and that's who he is. God is love, and that's what he is, and that's what he represents, and that's what he gives. So know that you're covered by him. Sometimes storms last a little longer than what you wanted them to, but it's okay. Don't forget, joy cometh in the morning. Don't ever forget that. It's coming. This cannot last forever. So try to look at it in a different point of view so that you're not hurting more. And for those curious if a journal will help, try it out. Just try it out. Start writing in there. Pour yourself into there and keep it secret and safe, and see if it helps you, because sometimes writing it out or just talking out loud helps. And if you find yourself really depressed, make sure you put on some worship music and just have it on in the house. Even if you have those days where you can't even find the strength to sing along with them, at least it's filling the house and it's there. The positive energy is there. So I hope this inspired somebody. It really helped me talking about it. It helps so much. And be kind to others. Have a blessed one, you guys. I'll see you on the next video.